It's no secret. It's plain to see. I love you, and you love me. It's no secret.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to I'm Right, I'm Right. The show will begin in just a few moments. But as usual, if you are listening to this show in replay, you can fast forward to the show open. You don't have to listen to me say the show's going to start in a few moments. Which is cool. Also, if you are new to Fireside and you're not familiar with it very well, there's a couple of things you can do if you have full access and you can request to speak. You can hit any of the emojis going across the bottom, not going across because they just sit there, but the hand clap and laughing and party sounds, you'll see those across the bottom. You could hit any one of those and we'll hear them throughout the show. And also you can react with the other emojis. So you can hit that react button and a whole bunch of emojis will come up. You can choose the one you want and press send. But if you want to leave a comment or ask a question, you can hit the react button, choose an emoji, and then type your comment and press comment or question and press send. And we will see it and reply, which is cool. And again, the show will be starting in just a few moments. And also, remember to share this show with all your family and friends. Even the people you don't like would be cool. All right. So we will be starting the show. We see some people are gathering already, which is Connie and Ronaldo. Hi, we will be starting in a moment. So see you in a few.
Each day I think of you.
Greetings, everyone. This is
Greetings.
I'm Right,
I'm right.
and I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova, if you didn't know. Also Tony C.
Also-
Oni. People have called me Oni. That used to
Really?
be one of my nicknames. Yes.
You're also the man about love.
Yes, I am.
Speaking of which,
You know, one of our things that we're supposed to put in to set up, I didn't set it up.
yes, I see that.
Okay, well, we'll live.
I did remind you.
Yes, you did, but
once.
we'll live without it tonight. So
Yes.
if the listeners hear a small echo, it's because I forgot to do something.
It's all right. You're allowed.
I am?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool.
So before we get to our topic this week, I just want to point out that you were profiled in the Fireside official newsletter today. It was so
Really?
wonderful.
What did it say? You can paraphrase. Cause,
It said you're amazing and that
wait,
you prove
in regard to my show,
Poetic People Fighting
Racism,
and that-
double PFR.
yes, which is coming this Saturday.
Yes.
And it said that you have proven with this show that the pen is mightier than the sword.
Ooh.
I love that.
Cool.
No one's even said that about my writing.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
wonderful.
That's cool. And that show is going well, I believe.
Yes.
It's every other week.
On Saturdays.
Yes, on Saturdays, but and the next show is this coming up Saturday. But if you don't catch that, you can check it out in the replay.
Yes. And also, we should share another reason why we love Fireside, since they have
Are you
publicized.
going to share that? You sure you want to share that right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Since they've publicized it, It's not a
Well,
secret.
okay, but we don't know exactly when that's going to
Yes, we don't
happen.
know when, but coming soon. Um,
Coming to a smart
TV
TV
near you
near you.
is that all the well, I don't know about all, but content that you see on Fireside, you'll be able to see on your smart TV. You'll be able to stream it and still interact with the creators
Oh, that's so cool. So we're going to be
on TV.
on the television, so you'll be able to
The
tune in
bigger
to us.
screen.
Yes,
Second screen is what they're calling it.
but you'll be able to watch us just like you watch any other show on television. So if it's
If
in
you stream.
replay, yeah,
Yes.
if you stream, well, everybody streams.
Not everybody.
Anyway, but you can watch the show. You don't have to watch it from your little. You won't have to watch it from your cell phone or your
Unless you want to.
unless you want to. But you can sitting on your couch and watching your 60-inch television. Or
Can you imagine
and
you on a 60-inch television?
hey, it's more of me to see. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes.
So anyway, well,
So
those are all my
yeah,
announcements.
yeah. So I see we have a smaller audience tonight, but really Charlie just came
Yes,
in.
hi, really, Charlie.
And he is also a poet, and he also has a show here on Fireside, and he also has another show on another platform that
He's
he
just
has.
busy.
He's just all over the
He's the
place.
ultimate
Great
host.
shows, and he is supposed to be a guest on my Poetic People Fighting Racism on December 10th. So I didn't want to give the wrong date, but yeah, December 10th, and we need to get together on that. Now, really, Charlie is also an amazing poet. He has published 15 books of poetry,
Woohoo!
and
Does that inspire you?
and I don't want to write that many books of poetry. That's a lot
Sure you
of
did.
work.
Sure you did.
That's a lot of work.
I think you're
Well,
inspired.
well, maybe really Charlie will help me and hold my hand
He's
through
your
the
accountability
process.
partner. See? See how that works?
Yes, I do see. I do see how that works. Yes, I do. But he is a great guy, and hopefully, in that show, the audience would learn so much more about him because he doesn't brag
No, but
about his
he's very
talents.
active in his community and does
Yes,
many great things. And
yes,
and you're right, he's humble about it.
yeah,
But he does. He's one person making a difference.
yeah, and he's also funny.
Yes, he is. He is. He has a dry sense of humor, which I love. Says it with a straight
Yes.
face, but he's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. You see, it just brings a smile to my face and happy. Yeah. So what's happening tonight, Jill?
Well, tomorrow, as we know, is Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
we decided we would talk about how to avoid the drama that often comes when people get together with family and
On
friends on
holidays.
holidays.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's part of a segment.
We have segments. You
You
always say
say,
we
and
have
you always say
segments.
that.
Stand by your
Yeah, we have
stance.
segments. Okay, so we have advice for people. And hi, Chris.
We
Welcome
do.
to the show. We have
Chris,
advice.
my buddy.
So you want to tell your big tip first, or you want me to tell mine?
Well, the first
And
thing,
hi, Tammy. Welcome.
the first thing, and we can go into detail on this, but I just want to start off by saying during these holiday times, we're talking in November, December, and New Year, don't do anything that will get you put in jail. Okay. And people get angry at me when I say that. I'm like, yay, happy holidays. And I always say, look, don't do anything to get put in jail.
Have you?
Have I ever been put in jail?
No. Have you done anything during the holidays to get put in jail? Specifically the holidays.
I've done many things to get that
You
I could
just didn't
get put
get
in. I
caught.
just didn't get caught. But yes, I've done many things that could have got me put in jail. But I'm older now, so I try not to do those types of things. But on holidays,
And what were
especially
those
when you
things before you move on? Just give us an example of something you didn't get caught for.
no. Sorry, I'm not going to
I
do
tried. I
that.
tried to sneak that one in there.
I'm not going to do that. But during holidays, we get with the family and we have family history, and your family like really knows a lot about you.
Yes, they know
And
buttons
and
to
yeah,
push
so
if
so
they
s-
want to.
sometimes we drink. We're happy to be with our family. We drink too much and all of that. And I'm guilty of I think both of us are of having an outburst on during the holiday.
Really, Charlie says, plead the fifth.
Yeah, that is exactly right. He took the words right out of my mouth that I did not say, but that's what I was thinking, that I would plead the fifth. But there was one holiday, and we were in Texas, out in Emory,
What, you
and
and I?
yes,
Okay.
along with the rest of our family.
Oh, it wasn't,
And it might have been Fourth of July or something
or I
like
think it
that.
was Labor
Labor Day.
Day
Well, it
or
doesn't,
Memorial
but it
Day.
was a holiday, and we
Yes.
were families, and I had all of us drank quite a bit, and I was really happy to be with my family. And then someone said something like, "Yeah, and those women Tony used to see." I don't know what was wrong with me, but I came unglued.
You really did. You scared all of us. You scared all of us.
I came unglued, and I had to apologize to everyone the next day.
Yes.
But
I thought maybe it was because you were sitting too close to, like we had a pit fire kind of going,
Yeah.
and then maybe you were sitting too close to it,
no,
and that combined with the alcohol,
yeah.
but
See,
you went off.
I went off. Yes, I went off.
And
off.
the thing was, they
And-
really hadn't said anything that was in it.
No, it was about
They-
like what I said.
They were
Oh,
actually
those
complimenting
women.
me.
Yeah, but those women Tony used to see. That's what set me off. See, so and so I really
Chris says pleading the fifth is better than drinking the fifth.
I don't know. Drinking the fifth can be pretty good.
And I'd like to welcome Greta and Stacy into the show.
Hey, Stacy, Tammy, and Greta.
Thank you all. We're talking about holiday drama,
Yeah, and
and Tony has given one tip.
Yeah, don't do anything to get you put in jail. So don't.
And none
drink
of us
drive and don't.
called police on you when you went off on everybody.
No, you didn't. But I went off on everybody. But you know what? The reason I believe is there were things within me that I hadn't dealt with within myself, but by that time I had corrected all of those issues. But I guess they were still in me a little bit, so it came out. But
It sure did.
I haven't had an outburst like that since.
But I have.
But Jill had.
I did.
So,
After that. And I'd like to
again-
welcome Darren to the audience as well.
Oh, hello, Darren. We haven't seen you there before, but we're happy you're here.
Yes.
And I see your general admission, but we love that you're here.
Yes.
So keep on coming.
And Sam is here too, and I
and
assume
get-
Dave. So
Sam
welcome,
and Dave,
welcome.
yes, and they have a show coming up right after ours.
Yes, it's called How Was Your Day?
How was your day, Jill?
I'm not going to do that. That's theirs. That's theirs.
I just wonder how it would work for us. How was your day, Jill? No, she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. Not going to do it.
In the meantime, Chris is on the stage. Welcome, Chris.
Well, good evening. How are you folks?
We're great.
I'm doing fine, Chris. How are you?
Oh,
Chris-
yeah. So tomorrow we are not having turkey.
What are you having?
Probably ham.
We're having Cornish game hens.
Oh, I love Cornish hens.
pretty
And I'm not
good.
really a fan of turkey, but I love Cornish hens.
That's
Ooh,
pretty
that
Or
sounds
as I like,
wonderful.
as I like to call them, turkey seeds.
That's a good one, Chris. Turkey seeds.
So did you all decide to
Seedlings.
have this
Little
because
seedlings.
that's what you like and you don't really care for the traditional Thanksgiving foods, or
No,
you just
no,
want
no.
something different?
I like all the traditional stuff. I love chipmunks roasting on an open fire. I like all that stuff.
Hey,
But
Chris, I've been meaning to tell you something for a while.
Oh yeah.
So thank you, because you inspired me to start my show where about weight loss.
It's called Wait.
It's called Wait with Me. You inspired me because you started talking about it on Fireside, and you made me see that this community is a safe space. So you inspired me to start that show for me to gain accountability partners. So I've been wanting to thank you. So thank you.
oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that talking about your weight when I was talking about your weight inspired you. And yeah, let's hope we gain accountability and not pounds.
Right?
Anyway, thank you for that compliment. And I would just like to say that I did a broadcast earlier today. No one has to listen to it, but the gist of it was this: life's not perfect. So prepare for imperfection tomorrow. Everybody get ready for some drama and relax.
I like that mindset. That's good.
Get ready for drama and relax, because there is going to be some drama. Is that what you're saying, Chris?
Or you could just sit back and relax and
While
watch
you
it
watch
There's
the
while
drama.
you watch it.
No, actually, we've been pretty good. There's been no drama in years.
Yeah, but I was the one that
on the holidays.
I was the last one that.
But Jill is so sweet and she's so kind. And you would always expect me to be the loose cannon. But
That would be me.
it's been Jill.
Yes,
It's been Jill.
that would be me.
That's just so.
It's just like you were saying
Insane.
that some
things
things,
that just-
just are triggers.
Yeah.
And so the last time,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, but we had to learn how to deal with those things.
Yep,
Can I leave you with one tip before I go?
absolutely.
And anyone in the audience can use this. Whenever drama erupts and people want you to pick sides, here's what I've learned to do. When they all look at you like, what do you think? Or whose side are you on? Or do you think I'm right? And are you with me or not? All that kind of stuff. When they try to drag you into the drama, look them square in the eye and simply say this. They'll leave you alone after that.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Wow. All right.
I will
Chris
remember that. Thank you, Chris.
always has
Yes,
good
he always has
advice.
words of
And-
wisdom.
and really, people, I know many of the audience have listened to Chris's show before it comes on every day. It used to come on every day at let me see, it was 11 o'clock Eastern, so that was what, 8 o'clock. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 8 o'clock West Coast time, Pacific. But now, who knows when it is?
But still,
we're
it's
back.
short.
No, we're
Oh,
back.
You're
We're
back to 11, 11, 11, 11?
We're back to 8 o'clock Pacific.
Oh,
Cool. All right. You'll see me more often now.
All right. Thanks for the warning.
and
You sound like my brother. That's what he would always
and it's
say.
usually like 15 minutes or so. So it's very, but
it's
it's
really quick.
it's a wonderful way to start your day with words of positivity.
Yeah.
Well,
Chris-
thank you so
Chris is
much. And once
fantastic.
again, have a great Thanksgiving. And remember,
You too.
when things get too dramatic tomorrow, just go.
Thank you, Chris.
That's all right. That's all
Thank you,
right.
Chris. That's what I should have done the last time there was drama on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it was
yeah.
years and years and years ago, and
Wasn't that long ago.
it was.
Okay. I remember it like it was yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday. It wasn't even last
Slowly
year.
you turn step by step, step by step, until you just let it go.
Well, I did try to hold it. It was Thanksgiving dinner. It was when my mother had her house near us,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we were. Her
That's
house.
where we were.
And her
You sure
husband,
you want to go there?
she was there. She's
Okay.
my mother will hear this show, but she was
Okay.
there.
Alrighty. I'm going. You know what?
You gonna be quiet?
I'm going to sit back.
Well, let's just say there was someone. Let's just say there was someone also there who was full of hatred, and they just kept saying things, and I kept looking at them strangely because this person teaches kindergartners, and I was just trying to imagine how how she was with kids, and little minds like that, and she just kept spewing hatred about so many things, and when I start rocking, watch out, that means I'm trying. I'm trying to hold it in, and then finally I just couldn't. So, like Tony did in Texas, I just not only did I go off on her, but I grabbed my keys. I said to Tony, "Let's go," and I was out the door. And so I could tell that he was probably like, "Well, do I go?" Like, so he did get in the car, and he was on the passenger side, and he was holding on for dear life in the car. It was quite funny because to this day he says that I squealed out and drove really fast in my little CRV at the time.
Yeah, little CRV. She's spinning wheels and stuff.
I was not spinning wheels.
I'm like, Jill, slow down. What are you talking about? I'm not driving fast. I'm not driving fast.
I wasn't. But I was just
to the handrails. Oh my God, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
We made it home safely. We only live like a mile away. So we made it home safely.
It was terrifying.
And and again, another reason why I'm not afraid to tell this story here, knowing that my mother's gonna listen to this tomorrow, is that they never put us together again. So everybody knew. Don't put them in the same room. And I was happy about that, and I'm sure that person was too.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad, yes. But getting back to.
So I do have a tip though.
Okay. Yeah.
Besides what Chris suggested, I wish I had thought about that then that would have changed the vibe in the room. But one thing that I learned how to do in the workplace, whenever there was conflict there and drama there, was to just, especially if you're eating, if you feel the need to say something, like I felt the need to say something to that person, just put something in your mouth so you can't talk.
But you can't do that right now because you have a show called Wait With Me.
But I'll eat healthy food.
Okay. But no, we usually we didn't spend Thanksgiving all together, and that's the family that lives in the Atlanta area. So daughters and grandchildren's and ex-wife and.
Did you say grandchildren's?
No, I said grandchildren.
Okay.
I said grandchildren.
Are you making up words?
I said grandchildren's. Anyway, no, we never have drama, and I'm just really
the only time we have drama with that set of family is if we're playing Pictionary.
Because there's people that cheat. They cheat playing Pictionary.
No, they cheat with Scrabble. With Pictionary, we just don't know what they're drawing. Some of them.
Yeah. So, but back to a serious tip on. So I know I said, don't get put in jail, but and people would hate it when I say that because they would say, "Why would you wish that on us?" And I said, I'm not trying to wish it on you, but these things happen during the holidays because everybody's emotions and all of that, and things happen. You somebody wants to make a beer run. What happens on the beer run? They get a DUI. So really think about what you're doing this holiday. So um don't do that. So if you have to have and hopefully your family around you will tell you, nah, maybe you shouldn't drive. Listen to them, you know and try not to fight with your family. Just love your family. There's times where and I know this is a case in our family, but there's a family member that whenever we get together, there ends up being a problem for everybody. But we just don't spend time with them.
Oh, I was going to say, who are you talking about? But when you said that, I know exactly who you're talking
there's
about.
there's
Yes.
always a problem.
Yes. Yes. So one of the tips would be if you know who the troublemaker is, maybe not invite them.
Yeah, well, yeah, or
If you can.
if they are going to be there, just remember,
Avoid them.
Yeah,
Avoid,
just
avoid,
avoid
avoid.
them if they try to pull you into some crazy discussion. Here's Dr. Lisa Summer Hours having a show right now, the same time as ours because of the holiday. But I listened to her replay today, and she was talking about being able to say no to people, you know.
No is a complete sentence.
But this is what she said she does. She says, well, when somebody asks me to do something that she knows she doesn't want to do, she does this. Nope. So she shakes her head yes, like they're going to get a yes. And then she says,
and then the word nope comes out.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And here's something I didn't know. And all of the audience members, I want you to try this right now. Shake your head up and down and say, no.
Nope.
I'm not going to do that. And you'll see how hard it is. You can shake your head like this and you say, nope. And you just want to do this right here. So, but she has a good point. So I'm going to, I usually don't have a problem telling people no. I don't shake my head or anything. I'm just
Isn't
like,
that
nope, not doing it.
So the truth.
But I think I want to check the next time when I know I'm getting ready to tell someone no, I want to try this. Nope.
So you're going to do that with me? Because you say no to me all the time.
But hey, did any by applause? Did any of the audience? Did any of you try to shake your head and then say nope? And if you were successful, clap. All right, cool. See, our audience knows how to say no.
Yes, we
not
do.
Not gonna do it.
Yep.
Nope. Nope. Not gonna do it.
I used to have a problem with that, but I really don't.
But I think most of us have had problems saying no in our lives. As we grow and mature, I think it gets a lot easier.
Oh, definitely. Because people used to, I used to, they would ask me to do something that they knew I was capable of doing, and that's how they would approach it. But you're the best one to do this, and so I would feel like, oh, I should really help them out, but I don't have that in me anymore. I'll do it if I really want to, or can, but it has to start with, do I want to do this? And most of the time, the answer is no.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, you Jill mostly doesn't have a problem saying no
Hmm.
because Jill will say no. She doesn't say no automatically. Whenever someone asks Jill something, something you want to go to or do something or something like that, Jill's first response, her default setting is, I think I might be busy.
And most of the time, I really am. I really
but
am busy.
but she doesn't even give it any thought that she
Well,
might be
I don't
busy.
consult my calendar, but I know how busy I am.
And then she'll circle around, and I also kind of do the same thing. Usually my first response is either nah, usually, or I might say I don't know.
You usually say, "I'm not going to do that."
Yeah, I
No,
say
I'm not
I
going
say
to do
that.
that.
Yeah, I say that a lot.
You do.
Um, so Jill, do you have any other advice on how people can handle, maybe, a family member that's always, you know, up to something?
Well, one thing that I didn't realize I was doing very early in my life
Hmm.
was if people asked me, especially during holidays, like questions I didn't want to answer or questions I just thought were too nosy or why are
Hmm.
you asking me that? I would do what you shouldn't do as a journalist, which is respond to a question with a question.
Yeah.
And then I would just go into interview mode. So they never got another word in edgewise, and they didn't like it. They didn't like the questions that I can really probe people
Yes.
with.
Yes. Yes.
So, just turn it around and ask questions that they don't want to answer.
Hmm. I got you.
Chris has more advice: restraining orders and tasers.
Tasers work better than a
They sure
restraining
do.
order.
Restraining orders.
Much better. Zap, zap. I told you don't talk to me. Zap. We should get some tasers.
Remember that time I had you to order? They weren't tasers. What were they?
Mace.
Mace.
Mace. Yeah.
And I gave it to my friends, and we were armed
Yes,
by
I
someone that
remember.
we thought was going to cause some drama.
But weren't you going to do like a half marathon or something? And that's when you wanted it? You went to
No,
Ohio.
I didn't need mace in Ohio.
No, then it was in
I couldn't have gotten on the plane.
Louisville.
It was in Louisville,
Yeah,
but it
it was
wasn't
in
for a
Louisville.
marathon.
Yeah, but yeah, when Jill was going to Spalding University. What?
You're telling this? You're telling all of that?
I don't know.
Go
But
ahead.
anyway,
You've already started.
I believe there was someone that was kind of a loose cannon. Is that what happened? There was
With that
someone.
particular person.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So we were prepared.
Jill had me.
And
She's
two of
just
my
getting ready to go to
friends.
school.
Two of
So
my friends.
yeah, she had
Two.
me buy all of this mace, and when she got there, she gave every one of her classmates, friends,
We
mace.
were ready. We were so
Okay,
ready.
mace.
Like, don't mess with us.
Yeah, but don't bring any mace to your family function.
To the family.
Yeah. I told you back, Satan. So don't.
That's
do
another
that.
thing I've said
Don't
to
bring-
people
Don't bring that.
that just stops them because they don't really know how to respond. It's not today, Satan. They just don't know how to respond.
Which is funny.
I did that to a telemarketer, and it
yeah.
really worked.
That works pretty
He
good.
actually called back. It was like, "Can you say what you said?"
There was a different woman
Well, it was a
that
different
came
person.
back and
Yeah.
said, "Are you the lady that said, be gone, Satan?"
Yep, not today.
Not today, Satan. Oh boy. But family, holidays, it's a good times. We should be, thankful and grateful that we have family. 'Cause,
Yeah, I wonder if
some
there
people
there
don't.
probably is a study on how many family gatherings had dramas and outright fights pre-COVID and now. Like, I
Hmm.
wonder if it's reduced because, there was a time that we couldn't see our families.
Yeah,
And so
that's
it
true.
seems like you would be more grateful to be around them. But then some people don't change, so being around them then and now probably doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Huh. Okay. So
Are we going to ask the audience for any more before we close this out?
I said I didn't say I was closing it out.
Oh, it looked like I see what time it is.
Actually, I would love to hear from one of the audience members.
Just one?
Well, we'll start with one, and maybe that will encourage someone else to speak. Of Actually, I would like to hear two things, and I'm going to use instead of using Turkey Day, I want to use Christmas. So
Not everybody celebrates Christmas.
okay, well, just let's say a holiday. Okay,
Hmm.
holiday. It's a holiday. It's a holiday when family gets together and all of that. It's a holiday where family members give gifts. Okay.
Like birthdays too. Birthdays are
Yeah.
personal holidays.
So I would like to know if anyone's had one of those things that, at one of these functions where things really went bad. But then I also want to hear if on one of these holidays just things went so well and it ended up being so meaningful that you'll never forget. Think anybody has a story like that?
So you want a good and a bad memory.
Yes, I do want a good and bad memory because I want people to try to recall on what that good memory felt like. Really, how did you feel inside? How did it make you feel warm and fuzzy? Really happy, content, love. And then how did the bad experience, affect them? And would it ever happen again? Um, because if you start really touching into those emotions and remembering how it felt, a bad situation, it's a way to keep it from happening again. Why did it escalate? Why did the situation escalate to the way it did? What can I do differently? How can I interact with that person differently the next time? And whether that bad thing ever happened again. Um, so that's what I'm curious about. I don't know if anyone wants to share.
Well, while we're waiting, I can ask you.
Do you want to share, Jill?
Well, I was going to ask you, your one of your birthdays, where I never thought we would have drama, and we didn't because we had so many family members there in New Orleans for your birthday, and we surprised you,
Yeah,
by having
sure did.
I had given people your poems and they read them to you.
So these aren't the racism poems. These
No,
are other
no,
poems
just
that I had written.
yes.
Yeah.
And so you were able to hear them read your work to you,
Hmm.
and you just cried, which I thought was
Well, yes, I
warm,
did. I
wonderful.
did boo hoo. And I was trying to hold it back. And when it got to and everybody was doing them so well, but I had written a poem for my oldest daughter some years back, and she read that one, and it was all about her growing up and how much I loved her because how much I do love her because she's my stepdaughter actually, but she was there before my biological daughter. I came into her life when she was 6 years old and been in her life ever since, even though her mother and I are divorced. But the poem uh, was called "Not Mine, But She Is," and it talked all about our relationship. And, not mine, but she is. Not mine, but she is. So I mean that got me.
And she
I
was the
just
last one to read, too.
Yeah, and I just boo-hooed. I say, I don't care if none of y'all see me cry before. I'm crying now because it just made me so happy. So yeah, I had a
So I
joy.
did a good job of matching your poems with the people.
Yeah, and she took each poem and kind of matched them up to a different family members, and they all did a fabulous job. Fabulous. So yeah, that
So
was
that's your.
a great
So how did that
memory.
feel, though?
Oh well, it actually filled me with love. Excellent, just such a great feeling, and actually, um, it was after that, you all know me as, the man about love. I'm always talking about love, love, love. We need to learn to love each other. And back then, I wasn't telling my family that I loved them. Weren't, we didn't do that often. But now I make it a point to tell my family members that, "Hey, I love you," because that's what we all need to do. And I stuck with it. I tell my family I love them. I tell our audience here, everyone that's in our audience, I truly love them all. I don't want to be around a lot of hatred, and we have enough hatred in this world. So let's try to love people. So, after that, I started telling everybody, I love them because I do. So, good stuff.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, really good stuff. What else you got, Jill?
Well, what was your worst then?
Oh, when when I when I went off on everybody. That was awful.
And that
This
was
is
the
the
same.
same event that I talked about earlier, but that was bad. But over the years, and I won't say this is the worst, but someone came over to the house, a couple from down the street, and my uh, aunt and uncle from Amityville, New York, and I was living in Long Island during that time. They on my father's side of the family, they treated him like the black sheep of the family, and I won't even get into why. But this one time, they decided to come and visit for the holidays. They never did that, They stayed away from us, and so they came over, and we also invited one of our neighbors from down the street, him and his wife. And there's a situation where he drank a lot. My father drank a lot, but he even drank more than my father, right? So they're there, and next thing you know, the neighbor falls down, and a gun pops out of his pocket and goes sliding across the floor, like spinning, a revolver just spinning, going across the floor.
Oh, goodness.
And I was like, ooh. And my aunt and uncle, that's like, we're out. Bye. Never saw them again on the holiday at our house.
Wow.
So,
Well, I would say the best for me
Mhm.
is always when I'm with family. It doesn't matter the occasion. It's just
Mhm,
spending
mhm.
time with family. As a child, often it was my mother, my grandmother, me, and maybe my uncles, or extended family, and
Mhm.
that was, I was happy with that. Just hang out with family. So that's always a good time for me, usually.
Oh,
Um,
that's good.
and then the worst was that time that I just left. You say squealing my tires, but I just left. Just left.
Ooh,
So, and to answer
chill.
your earlier
Yeah,
question, I just, I think people made it where that person and I were just never around each other.
yeah,
But
and
even if they hadn't, I would have avoided it, avoided that person too.
yeah. So, overall, I think, during the holidays that we should stay in our Zen mind. It's like, I'm just chilling.
And be
Let's
grateful.
be grateful for the holidays. What's the saying? Don't start no mess, won't be
Mm,
no mess.
Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
So that's the kind of way I think. I just want to have joy and love and be close to everyone without drama.
Right. And now that I'm a professional writer, if whenever there's drama now, I capture it, try to turn it into a story. It's conflict.
So watch what you do around Jill. It might end up in a book. For real. I watch what I say around you all the time.
No, you don't. Not at all. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
Yes,
no, you
I
really
do.
don't.
I really do. Yeah.
Are we ready to
I
wrap this
watch.
up?
I guess you are.
I am.
But before we do that, does anyone from the audience want to make any type of comment or question or anything like that? We're welcome to listen. No problem. Nope, nobody. So
Well, I just want to say we do wish you a happy holiday. We didn't get into it tonight about what we actually think of Thanksgiving, but
oh no, that's for my show.
That's for Tony's
I'll
show.
touch on that on Saturday. But yeah, that's why I call it either Turkey Day or Happy Family Day. Either one of those can be interchangeable.
Connie, you're on the stage.
Hi. I
Hi.
just wanted to say thank you for your show. You both look
Thank you
great.
for
And
listening.
Jill, you just look adorable. But
Oh,
anyhow,
thank you.
you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. You know
You
we love
too.
you.
We love you too.
Just stay safe. That's all.
Well,
Aw,
thank you, Connie.
We'll probably call you too.
That'll be wonderful. Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, Jill, are we going to start closing this out like you said you wanted to do? I am listening.
You are.
Yes, we're at 45 minutes.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you, Connie, really, Charlie, Tammy, Greta. I was gonna say Woody, but he's not here. He came to my show.
Woody's my buddy. We go bike riding. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
We appreciate you all, and like Tony says, we really do love you all.
Yeah, we do. We love you all and wish you all the joy in life. And, I believe that everybody in our audience is doing great things.
You are. You really are.
Doing very great things. And I can't wait to hear about them. Actually, I heard some of the great things in your show from Studio 3 earlier.
Studio 3.
Studio 3, yes. Your show is in Studio 3.
What is this?
Is Studio 1.
Oh, and your show
my
is Studio
2.
2. Okay.
Yes.
I have to remember that.
Yeah, you do need to do. I need to put a sign on the door, Studio 1, 2, and 3. I can do that.
Maybe.
I can do it.
Well, we wish you all well. Thank you for joining us. The music that you're listening to now, I'm like, which show am I on? The music that you're listening to now, shout out to Gifford Ivan Cordova III for the music. Shout out to you. We appreciate you.
Me?
I appreciate
audience?
you. I appreciate you.
We're out of music.
We're out of music.
See, you made the intro was so long that we had to start it all over again. Actually, This is the one I wanted to use.
That's
I
the
can
one you
switch
want.
to you. But
Yes.
it's the same song, just in a later spot. Okay.
Well, thanks everybody.
So
Bye.
we're
Be
gone.
safe.
Be safe. We
And be
really-
happy. I
Yeah,
hope you're
be
happy. Have reasons to be grateful and happy.
Yes, and we really do love
you.
Oh, and we're off the stage. And in 3, 2, 1. Not exactly, but we're out. Bye-bye. Love you all.
Love you.